The United States is engaged in negotiations with Iran on its nuclear program. How aligned are Israel and the United States with regard to these negotiations?
Look, you never want to have daylight with the United States if you can afford not to have daylight. I think there was one time a statement was made that daylight could be a good thing. It's not. It's never a good thing because it sends a message to Israel's friends and Israel's enemies when we are aligned with the United States. Iran can never get a nuclear weapon. And Iran, I don't have to remind this audience, they're a regime that calls and works for the destruction of Israel, leads their own people in chance of death to Israel and death to America. So I'm confident with him in the White House that he's not going to go for a bad deal. He's made clear what a good deal would look like, where they can actually dismantle their enrichment program. And we'll just have to wait and see how these talks pan out. And I think we're working very, very closely together to make sure that happens.
Is Israel prepared to strike at Iran's military facilities by itself if the United States is not willing to participate with it at a certain point?
Look, I'm not going to talk about operational issues. The Prime Minister of Israel has made very clear. I've been by his side for now 25 years. I don't know if my wife is going to appreciate that applause, but it's 25 years. And actually, our first meeting that we had, he asked me a question. He said, would you work with me to prevent Iran from developing nuclear weapons? He was a former prime minister at that time. He understood this danger. He understood this threat. And people say to me, yeah, but he's been talking about this for 25 years. Well, he hasn't just been talking about it. He's been acting against it. Had it not been for Prime Minister Netanyahu, Iran would have nuclear weapons a long time ago. What he has done, both in mobilizing the world and raising international awareness about this problem, but also the actions that Israel has taken, sometimes by itself, sometimes in coordination with others that I'm not going to get into, has delayed Iran's nuclear program, but it hasn't stopped it. And when the Prime Minister of Israel says he will do whatever he has to do to prevent Iran from developing nuclear weapons, believe him.